I often think about what a wildly open territory online storytelling is given to play in. With something as free and easy to use as the internet, the possibilities to do what you could never get professional funding to even try are limitless. Creativity thrives here. We're able to interact with and make more incredible pieces of art, stories, and experiences than we'd even dreamed possible. And that very idea, the power to make what others had only dreamed was possible, is one of the core pillars of a recent viral anomaly I've been waiting for the chance to talk about. In April of this year, a video made fast rounds on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter that shocked, horrified, amazed, and even inspired thousands of viewers. Oscar, the Modular Body. As word of the video's content spread, those thousands of viewers grew in the 100,000s, pushing worldwide awareness to a scope of over 1 million and giving Oscar a major spotlight. But what is Oscar? I'll let his creator, Dr. Vlasman, explain.
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. Now what's going to happen is that I'm going to connect the brain to the heart module to activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating. I can add a kidney module. And if I add a limb module, I start actuating the organism to move. Now it's looking for the optimum temperature, which is 37 degrees. If I add another limb, Oscar will recognize it and beneficiate from new possibilities.
That's right. This man just put together miniature pieces of an organic body based off of a human system that came to life when connected. Each organ lives within its own module, a transferable container that can be switched in and out of the connected set. But what purpose does this serve, and how is it even done? Dr. Vlasman's channel contains a highly informational, professionally produced video letting us know more.
The human body is a biological device, an outdated device. If diseased, there's usually one organ spreading the problem. The rest is working fine, but gets needlessly affected. Every day, millions of people suffer from dysfunctioning body parts because they get infected or decayed, simply because the human body is a closed system, not evolved to last. Already, quite some institutes are printing organs with human cells. They all focus on creating identical copies to use as spare parts. We want to use this opportunity not to maintain, but to redefine mankind. So this is a new kind of body, an open system printed with human cells in our own independent lab, a pocket-sized living prototype made with detachable modules. They're all connected to the brain. Bloodstream and nerve signals are transferred throughout the connectors, and simple junctions keep everything linked. If an organ gets ill, you can easily replace it with a new one. Or for example, if your body needs an extra arm, you can just upgrade the body with an extra limb module. Another great thing about this is, the modular body will become alterable and adaptable to all kinds of situations.
Amazing to witness that, wasn't it? And on multiple levels. Not just for the idea presented, but for the very production value. A professional narrator, animation, a highly detailed 3D model the likes of which you've only seen in commercials and educational films. This is very impressive work and a lot of effort to go through for what is, as you've probably guessed by now, an imaginary project. Despite looking shockingly organic and being presented in a format that does suggest legitimacy, and reaping hundreds of thousands of views from people who believed humanity had really just invented mass-produced organs, Oscar is actually nothing more than a bit of clever robotics and some CGI. The project was crafted by Dutch creator Floris Cake and a company called Vlasman. Just one day after the upload of the videos, Floris held an interview with a website called The Creators Project talking about Oscar. He conceived the modular body after wanting to create a science fiction story about creating life in the lab. While researching, he came across loads of articles on popular science websites about developments in the field of biotech, particularly on growing organs and 3D printing with human cells. Usually, the headlines of those kind of articles present it as if it's already possible to create operational organs with currently available technology. If you start to read further, you'll discover that this field of research is still in a very early stage. It's not possible yet to print functioning, vascularized organs. Maybe in 30 to 40 years, but right now it's science fiction. I thought, why would we print an organ exactly in the same shape as the one we already have? Why wouldn't we use this opportunity to improve it? Or even more extreme, if we can print organs and body parts, why not completely redefine and redesign the human body? That's when I started approaching the current human body as a closed system. Difficult to repair or adapt, maybe even obsolete. An open, modular system could become immortal and adaptable. Flores took this idea and ran with it, enlisting the help of Vlasman to create a website and more than 50 videos revolving around Oscar as a concept, the development of this project by the scientists and doctors, the media published on their behalf to sell the idea to the world and medical community, and even the reactions of people worldwide, from television journalists to YouTube vloggers. The site presents a floating display of all the videos tied into the project, which you can click on and watch in any order you please. As you watch, you'll build a collection that can be viewed at any time, and a return to the full story page presents an actual story line, connecting the videos you watched in the order you viewed them. Just like with pieces of Oscar, it doesn't matter how you stack the separate parts. The videos are modules themselves, and you can fit them together in whichever order pleases you for the way you want to see this idea unfold in terms of theme and development. Heading to the About page makes it very clear to visitors that this is indeed online science fiction, and provides details to give newcomers a stronger concept of what kind of alternate reality oddity they've just discovered. It would be easy for people to get confused judging solely on how viral the original video went. Flores expressed that a disclaimer about being a science fiction story had to go up everywhere Oscar was concerned because far too many people were convinced it was a real breakthrough. As far as alternate reality projects go, this one pulled off one hell of a trick, making what genuinely looks and acts like the organic device the fictional team has been developing. The videos under the Modular Body project aren't really meant to make so much a linear story as they are to present a broad display of ideas, many of them underlined by the reactions of others to the scientific breakthrough. Is Oscar alive? Is this ethical? What does it mean to be human? Can Oscar feel pain? Can it think? If we can build small-scale models like this, what's to stop us from building an entire person? Would it even be a person? The roundtable discussion goes on, sparking plenty of debate and questions the speakers never thought they might have to consider in their entire lives. I really loved this project the moment I found it back in April and wanted to share it with this community. I just didn't have an outlet until now. The Modular Body isn't like anything we're used to seeing, but it brings so much to the table for inspiration and, in general, showcasing what can be done with an outlandish idea in terms of creating art and telling a story, even if the format is wildly different and more modular than linear. It's very experimental, but the experiment pays off, and the author of the Creators Project interview even cites this house's people in it as what the Modular Body reminds them of. Experimental work can be more than just accepted. It can have an impact and be celebrated. The one complaint most viewers do have about this experience is the lack of a more fleshed out story as we're used to experiencing, and while I agree that the Modular Body could have benefited from stronger writing for sure, what it built is still a major offering. Check out the channel and site and be inspired. There's a lot of possibility here, and when unexplored possibilities are put to use, people start talking. If you were hoping that the Modular Body was going to suddenly take on Umbrella Corporation-style twist 3/4 of the way into the story, I'm right there with you, actually. I was really waiting for a hint of something that was about to go horribly, horribly wrong. But again, we've got something really great even without a dark turn. Links to the relevant material are in the description below. Have fun poking around Dr. Vlasman's lab. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and I'll be seeing you again real soon. Sleep tight.